It's Big Al. Thanks for watching another dumb sports vlog. And as you can see, Giannis jersey, baby. Let's go, my favorite player. I've been a Bucks fan since high school, and they're finally good. Number one seed in the East. Hopefully, it goes better than last year. They clinched it. My wife got this for me. I'm so excited. There's nothing like New Jersey confidence. It's almost like haircut confidence. You get a haircut, you think you can take down the world. I feel like I could go out and hoop right now. I could be I could be Adam Sandler. Adam Sandler is like sneaky good at basketball. I could be Adam Sandler right now, just wearing this jersey. It's Nike Dry Fit, so it's like really loose and light. Oh man, I love this jersey. I might sleep in this jersey tonight. And basketball. Let's talk about basketball. Bubble update. So the Bucks, of course, clinched the number one seed in the East. They're probably not going to give a shit these last couple of games, which is fine. Clinched the best record in the NBA. I'm cool with all that. But that game on Friday night with Luka and the Mavs, oh my gosh. The Mavs can do some damage. I don't know how they're seeded 7th in the West right now, but they need to step their game up because to take down the Bucks the way they did, they took us to overtime. They were up by like 20 points at one point. We stormed back and tied it somehow. But I mean, the Mavs are good. You know who else is good? Freaking Devin Booker. This guy, like 3 game winning shots. The Suns are 5-0. The only undefeated team in the bubble, the Phoenix Suns. Like of all teams, the Phoenix Suns are undefeated. Like what? You know the biggest. So the NBA bubble is still going surprisingly well. Like 0 COVID tests in like 3 weeks. That's fantastic. People are leaving for emergencies and people are leaving. Lou Williams is coming back soon from his strip club quarantine. But it's still going surprisingly well. Basketball's really fun to watch right now. You know, I love what they did with the fans. The fans are like FaceTiming into the game. That's all cool. I like that stuff. But the games are really good. Like I never liked basketball this much. When the Lakers had their three-peat, I was a big Shaq fan, so I was like big on the Lakers back in the day. Just because of Shaq though. So like they weren't my team. I was just a big Shaq fan. And man, I have never enjoyed watching basketball this much. And you know what the worst thing was? I got super into the Bucks versus Nets game. I was like, the Bucks are going to kill the Nets. They're going to kick the shit out of the Nets. They left Kyrie Irving at home. They left Kevin Durant at home. They left their 7 best players at home. And the Nets kicked our asses. Are you kidding me? The number one seed in the East losing to the Brooklyn Nets who left their 7 best players at home. Oh my gosh. We'll see how the playoffs go. I know these are all kind of like tune-up games. Teams are only 5 games into the I guess season or startup or whatever you want to call it. But man, it's going well. I like basketball. Basketball's really cool. What else? Dame and Paul George, they got into this weird Instagram beef. I mean, it was kind of stupid, but it was like Pat Bev and Paul George were like on the sidelines, and Lou Williams were like screaming at Dame. Dame put up like 50 points too. Like, when you gonna talk crap to the guy? This is dropping a freaking 50 bomb on you. But they talk crap to him, and then they talk on Instagram, and they're talking about Dame, and then Dame just claps back and says that Paul George was the guy that wanted to leave, and he was kind of like Kevin Durant. You know, he didn't want to work hard for a win. He just wanted to win, so he went to the Clippers. He didn't grind it out. I mean, this league, you just got basketball players tweeting and Instagramming each other. I mean, that's probably one of the best parts of basketball is just their social media presence, because all those guys are dickheads on social media. It's so funny. Man. Big news out of the college football world. I keep calling it. I keep saying college football is going to get canceled. Big time players have opted out. First round picks next year have opted out. Now schools are opting out. UConn straight up opted out. They're like, nope, not doing it. UConn, that's a pretty big school. That's kind of scary when you're looking at the grand scheme of things in college football. They're not a Power 5 school. But UConn's a big school, and you think about, I mean, their basketball presence, and they have kind of a football presence too, if you think about it, right? The UConn opted out. The MAC canceled their season. No more MACtion. Rest in peace. The MAC, for those of you who don't know, like Toledo, Akron, Kent State, I think. It's like these weird small schools in Ohio. But they're the ones that always play on like Tuesday night and Wednesday night. Those are the games where you're like, you got home from work, it's the middle of the week, you're kind of nursing a Sunday hangover for the NFL or a Monday night hangover from the NFL. And then there's like this random college game on ESPN on Tuesday night. That's the MAC. The MAC always just plays on Tuesday nights for whatever reason. No more of that. They're gone. They canceled their season, which is crazy. I mean, the whole league just canceled the season. So, and then out of nowhere today, the Big Ten. It was rumored that the Big Ten came out and they canceled their season. Like, what, the Big Ten? That's Ohio State. That's Penn State. I mean, they've probably got 4 or 5 top 25 teams. You know, the only good thing about it is Iowa's there, so Iowa doesn't get to play. Freaking Iowa. Ugh. If you don't know about me in Iowa, read my blog, Another Dumb Sports blog. I have an Iowa post. I describe the whole thing. Ugh. Get me back on track. All right. So now they're talking about a college football player association. So all these players started tweeting out, "We want to play," and it was just hashtag "We want to play. We want to play." Trevor Lawrence came out with a well-read statement talking about a lot of people need football, and it's actually safer to play football right now because they're testing, because they're quarantining, because they're going to put themselves in a bubble and isolate. They're going to take precautions. But people don't have great home lives, and I've always been blessed with a great home life, but people have terrible home lives. People don't have anything to go back to during Christmas break. Like, they love being at college and they love having a football team because they know they're going to go play a bowl game in December, in January, and they're going to be on campus because a lot of people don't have campus or homes to go back to, right? And that's so sad. And he made that good point that a lot of people need football and need their football teams to live. Like, they could live obviously without them, but that's their life, that's their family, that's everything, right? They all started tweeting, "We want to play, we want to play." Justin Fields, Trevor Lawrence. Even Donald Trump quote tweeted Trevor Lawrence, and he said, "Let them play." Hashtag "We want to play." I mean, we all want college football, right? I especially want college football. But it was rumored today that the Big Ten opted out. They have a president's meeting tomorrow. Let's pray that doesn't happen. We need these Power 5 schools. Now they're talking about, okay, if the Big Ten's opting out of the season, Ohio State's going to go play in the SEC, or Nebraska's going to go play in the SEC. Like Nebraska, the coach, Scott Frost at Nebraska, pissed. Really pissed. He came out with this pissed off video today, and it was really good, and I really liked it. He just said, we're gonna go to the Pac-12, we're gonna go to the SEC, you know, and that's awesome. I love it. That's them wanting to play and make it work, just like all the pro leagues are making it work. Now they're talking about a college football player association. That's so interesting, right? For athletes that don't get paid, having a players association to protect them, that's crazy. Where does that money even come from? Does the school have to pay for that? Is that scholarship money? Like, how would that even work? But they're talking about it, and they're uniting, and people, athletes, kids, all from across the country are talking about this. And I have one proposal for you. Hire me to be your union rep. I've never been a union rep before, but it's got to be easy if the people you're representing aren't getting paid. Because I feel like the number one contract negotiation that NFL, NBA, MLB players hold out, money. So if there's no money involved, why would my job be hard as a union rep for college football players? I would I would love it. What are we negotiating? Like, oh yeah, they'll cover your books next year too on top of your scholarship money. Like, if we're negotiating that, I mean, I'm in. What do I got to do? Do I got to go to law school? I mean, that might be a deal breaker, but I'm in. As much as I love college football, I would do it. That's my college football news. Just me reacting. So we're gonna get to my segment, my snap of the week. You see the Thanos gauntlet in the background. My segment snap of the week is snap away some things that are in the sports world that I don't like, or just talking shit, whatever it is. So we're gonna start with Angels training staff. This guy on the Angels training staff supplied Tyler Skaggs with fentanyl. Like, are you kidding me? You're just giving him the drugs that killed him? That's terrible, man. I'm not even trying to be funny about that. That's just shitty. That's a shitty thing to do. I mean, he died from it. That's nuts. He probably did it 100 times before, and it was probably safe every single time. But, man, rest in peace, Tyler Skaggs. That sucks. All right. Second, I have 2 this week. I usually just have 1. It's hard to find one. My second one, I mean, the Washington football team, they kind of did it for me, right? Darius Geis. This dude got arrested for domestic violence, turned himself in at least, but got arrested for domestic violence for beating the hell and strangling someone. Now, I looked into it. I was like, was this his girlfriend? Was this a buddy? Was this his brother? You know, because different. And if it's his brother, it's like, oh, okay, oh, whatever, it's his brother. But if it's his girlfriend, it's like, okay, slow down, Ray Rice. Like, what's with running backs and, like, murdering people? Like, let's calm down, right? But the Washington R words, the Washington Ron Rivera's, I respect that. They just cut him, cut ties. You know, the Ravens kind of held out with Ray Rice, and then once the video came out, they're like, ooh, yeah, you're gone. They all waited for that video. But with Derrius Guice, I mean, he turned himself in and everything like that. He was guilty, all that stuff. And Ron Rivera said he didn't want that in his program. And much respect to that, because, I mean, that's something you can't have, especially nowadays. And you're trying to change a culture in Washington that has been crap for so long. Just respect to Ron Rivera for kind of snapping away Derrius Guice himself. You know, I don't think he's gonna get picked up. He's gonna get the Ray Rice treatment. He's not gonna be in the league. He's much younger than Ray Rice was during his thing, but it's not gonna happen. You know, teams don't want that. We're in a movement where sexual harassment, racism, domestic violence, abuse, you know, all that stuff, that's just uncalled for. So I think he's done. He was promising. He got injured a couple times, but I mean, that takes the cake. I mean, you don't come back from something like that. It takes years and years to earn respect back like that. I mean, it's nuts. All right. What else do I got for you? I'm going to put out a list, all right? I looked up. What was I doing? I was watching highlights. The NFL always posts highlights, especially during quarantine. NFL Instagram page is always posting highlights from players. And they posted about this guy I loved, and his nickname reminded me. So I'm going to go top 5 sports nicknames. Big Al's list of top 5 sports nicknames. All right? So number 5, this is the guy I was talking about. I'm just going to make him number 5 because I just talked about it. Peanut Tillman. Charles Tillman, the corner for the Bears. I love watching him when I was growing up a little bit in my... he played a few years ago. I mean, he's only been on the league a couple of years. But I mean, Peanut. It's just a funny name. I didn't know his name was Charles for a long time. I called him Peanut for so long. I mean, I don't even know the origin, but it's just such a cool name. Number 4, this guy was like a personal hero of mine because I was a catcher in high school, but Pudge Rodriguez. I was always confused when I was young because it was Alex Rodriguez and Ivan Rodriguez, and I was like, oh, they're brothers. That's cool. For sure not brothers, but Pudge Rodriguez. I mean, that's such a funny name for like a catcher, especially... he wasn't really that chubby, but like as a chubby dude, I was like, oh, that's hilarious. I wish someone would call me Pudge. All right. Number 3, the big unit, Randy Johnson. I mean, the guy was like 6'5", threw 100 miles an hour, killed that bird in that one video. Just absolutely destroyed it. Man, the big unit. Nothing says my dick is huge like being called the big unit. I mean, what a nickname. Just number 3 takes the cake overall. Number 2, another big dude, Snacks Harrison. Damon Harrison, D-tackle, and he's not even like a star defensive tackle or anything. But Snacks Harrison is the best name. This dude is big. He's like Vince Wilfork big. I mean, he's D-tackle, bounced around. He played on the Lions, the Giants. He played on a couple teams. Just having the name Snacks Harrison, I mean... Snacks Harrison. It just makes me laugh. Sitting here just talking about it makes me laugh. Number 1, best all-time sports nickname, Glenn Big Baby Davis. Now, a lot of people don't even know who this is. He played for the Celtics a little bit ago, but I knew him from college. I got really into the NCAA tournament one year. I don't know what it was or what happened, but I was like really into it. And Glenn Big Baby Davis was on LSU, and they were making a run. I don't think they won the championship, but they were making a run. And I just remember, I didn't know this guy's first name was Glenn for a long time. But they're like, oh, that's Big Baby Davis. That's Big Baby Davis. And I kind of look at who's on the court. It's this big baby-faced dude. He's huge. He's a monster. He's like kind of chubby for a basketball player. And he's bald. And he's got like this young, soft face. And I was like, I can see why they call him Big Baby. That's freaking tight. Glenn Big Baby Davis, my number 1 overall best sports nickname. Oh, man. That's all I got for you guys. I haven't vlogged in a few days. I've been working a lot, but I got a Giannis jersey. I got the hat too. Bucks hat. Playoffs are coming up. All right. Thanks for watching, guys. Subscribe, like, comment. If you don't agree with my sports nickname list, drop the sports nicknames I missed. Tell me your favorites. I mean, just thanks for watching. Having a great time with this. Just enjoying myself. Stay safe. Remember, Iowa sucks.